Hey, what's up? It's your boy Isaac. You're about to watch a preview of a bonus show because every month I do bonus shows for the supporters. How do I keep the lights on around here? It's not through sponsorships and ads. It's through you guys. You support the show. Less than the price of a cup of coffee every month.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
You can go ad-free early access bonus content just like this. Every month we do bonus shows only for the supporters, and you're going to get a little preview of it. I don't want you getting mad because last time I did this, I didn't have this little disclaimer that I'm putting in here right now saying this is going to be a preview. Don't be mad when it cuts short, okay? But if you want the full show, we go deep into very controversial territories about aliens and the pituitary gland juices. You know what I'm talking about. And we connect it all to Epstein, Lolita. We even deep dive into the director of The Professional. It kind of goes all over the place through... I read you some passages from the novel Lolita and compared to some of the findings from the book Kubrick movie Lolita. Crazy stuff. It's a crazy episode. If you want to unlock the show, about link in the show notes. Patreon.com/Illuminati Watcher is your best bet. Okay, here we go. Today we have the May bonus episode only for supporters. We're going to have a look at the story of Lolita and how it connects into Epstein's Zorro Ranch, Kubrick's film, and alien sacrifices. We're going to talk about the history of Epstein's Zorro Ranch, how the conspiracy about the current MAGA owner, Donald Huffins, digging up a symbolic sacrificial altar on his renamed St. Raphael Ranch plays into Elisa Valdez Rodriguez's findings on her Substack, the subsequent directed energy attacks against her, and how TikTok megastar Aaron Parnas has degrees of separation to all of this through his father, Lev Parnas. We're going to cover Robert and Ghislaine Maxwell conspiracies, Kubrick's Lolita film, the novel Lolita, and how these worlds intersect into New Mexico from Hollywood to Wayfair to aliens and Epstein. It's a wild ride. Get ready. Now it's the May bonus show only for the supporters. That's right. 3 options for you to support your favorite show. All 3 are going to unlock the ad-free early access monthly bonus content just like this. Whichever one you like the most, whichever is the easiest. I recommend patreon.com/Illuminati Watcher, but if you're on the Apple Podcast app, you can just mash the button and you're in. You can do IlluminatiWatcher.com VIP section if you're like, man, I don't mess with that Patreon, and I'll send you an RSS custom link and an onboarding video, okay? Which I also created a welcome video for the Patreon as well. All of this for less than the price of 1 cup of black coffee in PA or New York. That's right. You can support your favorite researcher, get bonus content just like this, because I'm going to give you the perspective that you are not going to get from the media or even social media, because that's all brain rot territory, click farm nonsense, and campaigns of propaganda. I have one customer, and that is you, the listener. That is it. I take my perspectives and opinions. I say, this is what it is. Here's the facts. Here's my opinion on it. Some of you like it. And if you like it, you can support the show right there. And this is something I do every month for the people that support the show. So, and you'll notice I'm wearing my, it's getting warm out, right? Hummer for the summer. I got the tinfoil hat t-shirt on. This is I cut the sleeves off because it's starting to get hot. All right. And you can check out my latest appearance on Tinfoil Hat on their podcast. That's right. The great Sam Tripoli, Johnny Woodard, a.k.a. Juicy Johnny, and XG. We chopped it up on AI gods and the billionaire bunkers and all kinds of crazy stuff. And the Mount Crushmore, the 1000th episode coming up, where they're going to crown a new Mount Crushmore. I will be retired from the first one. Very humbly and graciously accepted the positioning next to Alex Jones and Eddie Bravo. Now, and we talked about who I think should be in the running for that. Is it appropriate for a current sitting member to advocate? Well, if you listen to the Tinfoil Hat episode 993, starring me, if you make it through, you're gonna hear we're gonna chop it up about the next class of Mount Crushmores, okay? And I'll throw out a couple names that I think are deserving. We'll see what happens, but you guys are gonna vote for it, myself included. And well, I don't know. Should I vote? I guess so, right? I should be able to vote anyway. Let's get into the show. First, let's talk about Zorro Ranch, Epstein, and all this stuff. And I've talked about all these things in the past, but today I'm going to give you new information, building upon previous episodes, previous research, with a slight little bit of background. So Epstein created Zorro Ranch back when he bought thousands of acres from Governor Bruce King in 1993. And I'm going to go into the history of why that happened. Sorry, my allergies are going crazy today. I want to scratch my face off. Before him, there was another big ranch nearby owned by Bruce King. And when you research this, if you go to the Google AI, which I don't know, do we trust that? The King brothers owned what was called Alamo Ranch. And this was a 60,000 acre ranch in Sandoval County, New Mexico, purchased by former Governor Bruce King and his brothers Sam and Don back in 61. All right. And these dates, I'm going to recap and revisit this when we get into the story of Lolita and how it plugs into all this mess. It was a cattle ranch for over 50 years. The Bruce King Ranch, right? It was sold to Santa Ana Pueblo in 2016. Whatever. Says that the ranch was purchased by Bruce King and his brothers in 1961, widely considered one of New Mexico's legacy ranches. All right. Now, what's curious is that when it recently sold to the Santa Ana Pueblo, it was sold for $33 million. That's right. 33, that elusive number of the highest rank of the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. And if you listened to, I have another podcast, as you know, called Breaking Social Norms that I do with my wife, and it's a very different type of show. It's a conversational dialogue, and she plays the role of the normie who has now been black-pilled. I took it too far. She's gone full black pill. Myself too, a little bit. And if you listen to, we did just a couple months ago, a 2-part series about Donald Huffins in St. Raphael Ranch, which I will refer you to listen to those. I mean, that's like 4 hours of information. I'll give you the very short version. Is that Alyssa Valdez Rodriguez, who has a Substack, which she has since then renamed The Pugilist. And she's been going hard in the paint on Epstein's Zorro Ranch, okay? And it's a lot. It's a lot of information. That's why we don't have time to get through it today. I'm going to refer you to those episodes. I'll try to put a link in the description. She basically exposes the ranch as a place of interest that has been covered up for many years. Now, she doesn't have a conspiracy brain like me and you, my dear listeners. So I think she's missing some of the pieces of the puzzle. I mean, this is just my guess, right? My opinion. What are the pieces? Well, it's alien blood sacrifice. Okay. And it's the pituitary gland stuff. All right. Now, and since we recorded those 2 episodes where we talked about, because look, here's a very short breakdown of what we talked about in those episodes. So Epstein owns Zorro Ranch. The manager, he gets arrested in, what is it, 2005 or 6 or whatever. Gets the sweetheart deal where he basically gets off the hook. He gets, a slap on the wrist. Well, in exchange for that slap on the wrist, he seemingly told the government, well, you know what? For making me go through this hassle, you're going to pay me. And he won a rigged lottery in Oklahoma. This is the conspiracy, just wacky conspiracy. None of this is true. It's just fun for entertainment purposes only. His manager of Zorro Ranch drove over to Oklahoma to a gas station owned by someone who plugs into this whole mess, and Donald Huffins, and wins $100 million in this lottery because, that happens all the time. And they then start doing a bunch of crazy experiments at Zorro Ranch. There's many survivors who talk about how they were subjected to experiments where they would have their eggs removed. They would have crazy doctors doing experiments. He was running transhumanist operations and experiments out of there. That was even in the New York Times. They were going to do a investigation into the ranch in 2019 when he got arrested the second time. He gets arrested. The New Mexico attorney generals are like, we better figure out what this creep was doing at the ranch. Lo and behold, Donald Trump's Bill Barr attorney general office reaches over to New Mexico and says, hey, cease and desist. We got it. Nothing ever happens of this investigation. And since then, Donald Huffins, another one of these MAGA rich dudes, has bought the ranch, renamed it St. Raphael, proceeds to dig up the main helicopter landing pad. But that helicopter landing pad, you'll notice, has these concentric circles. And I was recently recording on the confessionals with Joel Thomas and Tony Merkel. And Joel said, yeah, that symbol of the concentric circles is symbolic of portals and donation sites. Why was Donald Huffins insistent on digging up that section? Well, if you read through the Epstein files, you'll find that there's lots of bodies out there. And I propose that he's hiding those. Because Donald Huffins is running for comptroller of Texas, and you would think that someone would want to distance themselves from Epstein with all of this crazy stuff being revealed, but these creeps, they don't care. It's in your face, right? Just like how Trump Jr. married Epstein's, financial banker dude, his daughter, right? Like, they don't hide it because what are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? Because they have infinite resources and funds. They own the internet, they own the media, and they will flood it with their propaganda, their spin. And most people are brain dead and just out there and they just soak it up and they don't think or look into anything. And they're just trying to get through their day. I get it. That's fine. But I'm here to tell you that no one's going to save you. No one's putting these pieces together. And I think the truth is that they are sacrificing these kids to alien demons for power, wealth, fame, and youth. All right, cut the music, cut the music, cut the music. That's it. That's it for the free feed, for the bonus show for the month of May. Right? We got another bonus show for the supporters.
Another one.
And you can get access to it. You can go early access. Bonus content. I can't even think. Early access, ad-free, and bonus content every month, just like this. Hundreds of episodes thus far. 56 episode Twin Peaks deep dive. We did a book club on The Dark Path, my most popular book. And every month we do bonus content. All this for less than the price of a cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
Ooh, yeah. A cup of coffee in the big time. All of this for less than the price of a cup of coffee. You can support the show and keep it going. And as you know, patreon.com/Illuminati Watcher is the most popular one. And that's the one I would steer you towards because there's a cool community vibe. There's the Patreon chat. You get some free ebooks and all kinds of cool stuff. You can also do Apple Premium. That's the easiest one. You mash the button and you're in. Simple. Then there's IlluminatiWatcher.com with the VIP section. That one, I send you a private RSS link. You paste it into one of the compatible apps. You'll see a list of those apps on the website. And I give you a personalized onboarding video specifically for you. I say your name and I tell you how to get into it. Also, I recommend if you're watching this on my YouTube, go to you'll want to sign up for tier 2 at Patreon or VIP section. That's the video version of the show, ad-free, early access, bonus content. Okay. All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for checking out this preview. Stay positive.